Yo, 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 guys, it's time for Sonic Dash 2 review. Let's go. It's time to look at good old Sonic Dash. I did try out the Sonic Forces title a while back, which was a lot of fun. It was time to check out good old Sonic Boom, and as you can probably guess, it wasn't given quite as much attention as the others. It feels really bare bones next to Forces, although I can't quite compare it to the original yet, considering that the game has been out since 2018. It's just surprising how few characters and stages there are. You're really just playing the same stage over and over again, except for one different one that showed up for the Shadow tie-in. There's just not a lot to this game. It's an endless runner type of game, so the basic gameplay is really similar. You have to run as fast as you can all the way to the end of the stage. You can jump over obstacles and slide under others. When you have enough energy meter, you can turn on auto run for around 5-10 seconds to bust through everything and get more points. Then the level never ends, so eventually you can intentionally destroy yourself to end the stage. After you've done that, you keep your points and rings, which can be used to level up your characters. You can also get a handful of red rings to eventually unlock new characters, but those take a while to get. You can only get up to 10 red rings in a day, and it takes 120 to unlock any characters. It makes sense why they would want to make this a slow process though, because there aren't many characters. Like I said before, there are less than 10 around, which is definitely not ideal. You can unlock Shadow through his event at least, and he actually has his own attack. All the other characters just slide, while he can actually shoot his Chaos Spear to destroy enemies in front of him. That's pretty cool at least. Still, it feels like there should be more content here. I would like to see at least a basic plot, something to keep you progressing through the game. Maybe a lot of costumes or something like that if you couldn't afford too many characters. Although since it's just a character model running, I wonder how hard it really is to add more. It doesn't feel like that should be very difficult at all. Maybe there isn't much incentive to improve the game since Sonic Boom is basically dead, but at the same time, they are still doing a Shadow tie-in for the movie, so it's not like the game is dead. One of the biggest weaknesses for the game is also the fact that an advertisement plays after each level that you complete. For me, this is always a deal breaker because I just don't want to be seeing advertisements like that. It doesn't really make any sense. It should always be an optional thing, like if you decide to earn extra rings or something like that. I've always liked the model of using advertisements for bonus power-ups and things like that, but not as a mandatory part of the game. That to me is when the game starts to feel super greedy. Also, you have to keep in mind that you are playing tons of levels here, so the advertisements add up very quickly. A game cannot succeed like that, so this doomed it really quickly. To even try and get me tempted back into the game, you would need to cut those out and add some actual content. Not every mobile game needs to be completely endless, of course, but you still need to have enough content to keep me busy for a while. It seems like I would already be out of content for this one very quickly unless they artificially ramp up the grind factor later on. I will say the most tempting part of the game is the fact that almost nobody plays anymore, though. I was near the top of the rankings for the Shadow event, despite barely playing at all, so that was pretty cool. It's the one big incentive about playing dead games, and this only works when they don't just add a bunch of bots to inflate the numbers. Fortunately, that wasn't the case this time. If they did that, then you would never get to reach the top. At least I can say that the graphics are really good. All of the character models are very sharp and look like their Boom counterparts. It would have been nice to have seen characters who weren't in the show though, so they could have had new designs. I suppose that was beyond this title though. The soundtrack is also good, just very limited due to the lack of stages. On a technical level, I would say the game did what it needed to. The core gameplay is also really good. Granted, I tend to really enjoy endless runner titles, so that's no real surprise. Overall, Sonic Dash 2 is just severely lacking when it comes to overall content. The fact that Miraculous Ladybug at launch had more content than this one did 6 years in is absolutely crazy. Sonic can and should have more content than what was represented here. It's like they really weren't trying at all, and that's unfortunate. So I would say to give this one a shot. I'd recommend the Sonic Forces Dash game way more than this one. It puts in so much more effort. That's all, folks. Don't forget to subscribe. See you later on my channel.